Happy Friday. Intelexx here with your light and love of the day. I only have a few minutes, literally, so we are going to jump right in. What I wanted to talk to you today is about how your opinion matters, right? We are so caught up in a society where we are focused so much on what other people think, getting acceptance and validation from the outside when validation comes from within. All right, what you think of yourself matters. What you talk to yourself about, what you tell yourself, how you think about yourself, all of that affects what you say and what you do. So be mindful of how you are coming across to yourself, right? Because at the end of the day, you live with you, you take care of you, and you treat you how you would want others to treat you. So if you are expecting love, if you're expecting, companionship, if you're expecting someone to treat you better than you are treating yourself, you are mistaken. Be mindful of how you think of yourself. And everything starts here, right? If you don't have a proper relationship mentally with yourself, if you're not speaking the right things into yourself, if you are not focusing on what brings the best out of you, and of course we are our worst critics, yes, but a lot of times instead of us having our own opinions about ourselves, we focus so much on what other people might think about us, what other people might say about us, how they look at us. We're looking for their validation instead of validation coming from within ourselves, because that's the real validation. That's where it's authentic. If you're so focused on how other people perceive you, what they think about you, how they are connected to you in some type of way, it's never going to be a satisfied feeling, because you're always going to be focused on how you can please someone else, what you can do for them, how they can accept you or validate you, right? But that's false validation, because no one else can validate who you are. You have to know who you are for yourself. And that comes with self-exploration, self-examination, self-assessment, to see your positive, your negatives. We all have them, right? Nobody's all positive and nobody's all negative. It may not be fully balanced, but there are different aspects to each of us. But if you don't know who you are, you're going to always look outside of yourself to figure out, okay, they like this about me. This person thinks I'm this. That person thinks I'm that. And you're going to kind of couple that together and adopt other people's thoughts instead of having your own. So be authentic. Focus on what you think about you. Build that foundation. If you don't have a spiritual foundation, that's where it starts, right? We are all spirits and bodies. So if you don't have that foundation, that's where you need to start, so that you can find out exactly who you are, so that you know without a doubt, what you are supposed to be thinking about yourself, those good things, the power that you have within you, how you can manifest anything based on the thoughts that you have. Your thoughts are limitless and are very powerful. Your words are even more powerful, and you can't speak anything that you don't think first. So it all starts in your mind. That's where the battle is. That's where everything goes down. So if you don't have positive thoughts within yourself about you, you're going to believe whatever. And whatever you say to yourself, you're going to believe, whether it's a lie or not. So be mindful of the thoughts that you think. Be mindful of your opinion about yourself, because you are listening and you believe exactly what you are saying. Your opinion matters. So, like I said, I only had a few minutes, but I just wanted to share that with you all, because we are in a society that is so caught up with what other people think. People are sharing things on social media to get other people's attention, to get likes, to get validation, to get acceptance. But acceptance comes from without. Validation comes from within. But if you know who you are, it doesn't matter what other people think, because people are going to think what they want regardless. It could be lies. It could be truth. For instance, there are people who are on... Thank you. Definitely will do that. And you as well. There are people who, let's say something happens in the news. Somebody gets charged with something. You automatically assume that the person is guilty. You don't know the story. It's just, you paint a certain picture. People paint pictures based off of what they want other people to see. So you might be believing something that's not necessarily true. Don't believe everything you see. Don't believe everything you hear. But when it comes to yourself, believe you. Believe what you think about yourself. Believe how you think about yourself. And if there's always a negative thought when it comes to what you got going on, then you might want to reevaluate why you're thinking so negatively. Who are you around? Evaluate your circle. Evaluate your environment. Evaluate the people that you have around, what you listen to, what you're feeding on. Social media has news feeds for a reason. They are feeds. You are getting fed. These are things that you are feeding your mentality, how you think. You're being influenced in ways you don't even realize. Thank you. Thank you. So yes, just remember, your opinion matters. Not anybody else's opinion, because people's opinions change, people's feelings change, all of that. Okay? So that is all the time that I have for you today, because our masterclass, Millionaire Mindset Masterclass, is about to go down in a few minutes. We also have a Showcase Your Talent show, Intelexx Artrepreneur, Place for Entrepreneurs podcast. So much going on at Intelexx Artrepreneur Agency. Definitely subscribe to our email list, as well as our YouTube channel, to stay up to date on all things Intelexx. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, I'm changing. This is not what I'm wearing tonight. But thank you so much. Remember, your opinion matters. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about you. It matters what you think about you. Validation comes from within. Acceptance comes from without. Go in first, because what's inside of you is going to come out. All right. Thank you so much. Again, I'm Intelexx, and that was your light and love of the day. Your opinion matters. Think about what you're thinking about, and think about it 7 times before you speak on it, because your words are powerful. Your thoughts are even more powerful. They're limitless. All right. Until next time, I hope you have a great night and an awesome rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend. Make sure you do something for you. Take care of yourself, because nobody else will. And they'll treat you the way that you treat yourself. So make sure you are treating yourself accordingly. Have a great weekend.